Hey Redeemer family, I have a really important announcement that I wanted to make, and so I'm sending you this video. I wanted to let you know that on August 10th, so not this coming Sunday, August 3rd, but the following Sunday on August 10th, we are planning to transition from one morning worship service on Sunday to two. And so this is the way that's going to work. We're going to go from the one service at 10 o'clock, which we have right now, to two services, one at 9 a.m., one at 10:45 a.m. There are a little bit more time in between the services than in times past to allow for the coming and going of people in and out of the parking lot with the construction the way that it is. At 9, there will be kids worship through 5th grade, just like there is in our services now. At 10:45, we will have classes for kids up to 3 years old. And so if you're a family with older kids or no kids, or if you don't need the child care, we'd really encourage you, we'd ask you to consider coming to the 10:45 service to make as much room as possible for families with children in that first service. The services are going to be shortened some. And so even if the kids are with you in the service, it should be a little bit easier, as we really try to do everything we can to make this as convenient and helpful for our families as possible. Now, why are we doing this? Well, simply, God is growing our church. And given the attendance numbers we've seen this summer, we've been keeping track of these things. The reality we're facing is that there just will not be enough room for everyone as school starts and into the fall. In fact, this coming Sunday, I expect it to be a large crowd, and I think you'll probably see that we really are just out of space. In 2023, we faced a similar problem as we began school that year. However, we were planning to plant a church, and in fact, in January of that next year, Mercy Hill launched from Redeemer. It took about 50 or 60 people with them, and that made room all of last year for us to continue to grow once that 50 to 60 people were removed from our attendance on Sunday mornings. Well, in just about a year, we're right back to where we were in 2023, actually even more people, and there's no church plant on the horizon, and so we knew we had to do something. Now, I think you're aware we are building a new fellowship hall that will seat close to 500 people in chairs once it's finished, and we're hoping to move into that new building towards the beginning of next year. But what do we do between now and then to continue to allow for there to be room for people to join us and worship with us, especially if they're new to our community or new to our church? Well, here's the reality. We've been asking God to grow our church from 500 to 600 people on Sundays. Something our leaders have been praying about and thinking about. We've begun construction and also a significant capital campaign to facilitate that growth. It's not about the number of people that we can gather. It's about God growing us to the place where we have this greater capacity to send leaders and workers to love and serve the city, to plant churches, not just in Winter Haven, but in all of East Polk County, and all the other things that we're missionally involved with as a church. That's the goal, greater gospel reach. And so in this endeavor, God is answering our prayers. Now he's answering them a little ahead of schedule, and we're having to adjust to that. And so that's kind of what's put us in the situation that we're in. Our leaders are ultimately committed to being in one service by conviction. You've heard us say that. It's why we're currently under construction, and also why we plan to expand the sanctuary in the years to come. Once that first phase is completed, sometime maybe in a year or so, that all of that will allow us to continue to grow while being in one service, and also able to, from a place of strength and ability to resource new church plants as we have always desired to do so. This is not a diversion from that plan. It's a temporary necessity so that we can continue to grow towards the goal of getting to 500 to 600 people on Sundays. It's actually a strategy. And so that's why we've decided to do this. We simply do not have room between now and then in that transition to the new building to welcome new people in our church. Not only that, we don't have room for everyone who's already a part of us to come and be in worship with us. And so we feel like it's something we've got to do. Now, I realize, though, it's going to be a great sacrifice for a lot of people, not just for our staff, but for everyone. And so I want to take this opportunity to do this too, to gladly call you, to gladly deny yourself and take up your cross and follow Jesus in little ways. This is a small thing, but in little ways, by being joyful and celebrating what God is doing, even if you're not a fan of two services, which I know many of you aren't. You tell me. I hear that. By working hard and even harder to be connected to one another as we go through this season of not all being in one service on Sundays, by welcoming new people, inviting new people to join with us and be with us as we endeavor these things, by helping where you can, as our staff is going to begin in the coming days to call and seek new volunteers in children's ministry. We're going to need between 20 and 25 new children's ministry volunteers just to make this happen. But people to help with hospitality on Sunday mornings, to help with security on Sunday mornings, to help with parking on Sunday mornings, to help feed the worship team who are going to have to be here for an hour or 2 hours longer than normal. There's a lot of ways this is pushing us all into having to really step up and bear the weight of the church as we gather together. And I think that's a good thing. And so please pray now and start now getting ready, so that when somebody gives you a call and asks you to help, that your answer is yes. And if there's some way that you want to help, reach out to me or one of our other pastors or somebody in the office and let us know what's on your heart. We'd love to put you to work in whatever way the Lord might call you to help us. So again, we're excited about this. It's just going to be for about 5 months, we hope, until sometime towards the first of the year. And then once that other space is opened up, we'll have plenty of room for all of us to be there together until the Lord continues to grow us. And then we'll solve other problems when they come. But what a great problem for us to have. This is a great thing. God continues to be so good to us and so rich in blessing us, so rich in his mercy to us. What a great opportunity we have. It's really going to be there's exciting days in front of us, and I'm excited about what God's doing. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. We'll talk more about this in the coming weeks.